Hey guys, today and this week on the Daily Mastermind, I want to talk to you about reshaping your identity and really 10xing everything that you're doing. Why am I talking about this? Well, at the end of this week on Thursday, we're actually launching an Academy Live event, which is going to be talking all about a major growth strategy that I believe can help you to grow your business. And that strategy is creating authority in the marketplace. It's the way that you're going to be able to cut through the noise, cut through all the people that are using AI and trying to become experts and truly dominate your space. And that's going to require you to be able to create authority. And to do that, I believe one of the biggest hurdles people have is reshaping their identity and finding ways to truly stretch their thinking and become 10x thinkers. So this whole week, we're going to be talking about that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday leading up to our event, which is on Thursday night. So I hope you'll join me and look at the links in the show notes for more details. All right, guys, let's get right into it. My name is George Wright III. I'm your host. You are listening to the Daily Mastermind. And remember, our goal, our mission, the reason I created the Daily Mastermind is to help to inspire you to create more results in your life, to give you that daily inspiration, and not just inspiration, motivation, but sometimes the education that you need to truly get to the best level of your life. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about this idea of 10x in your life that we've been doing all week. But let's start with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is from William Cowper, and it is, "A life of ease is a difficult pursuit." I want you to think about that quote for a minute. A life of ease is a difficult pursuit. When you finally break that barrier and you begin to crave difficulty, like David Goggins says, when you live outside your comfort zone, when you crave the difficult, what's going to happen is a lot of things are going to shift for you in your life. Your results, your success, your mindset, your filter, everything about it. And that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about shifting this week. And at the end of the day, we started this week with the idea of transforming your life and that 10x is easier than 2x. We talked to you a little bit about the idea that your three core areas you're going to need to transform are your identity, your time, and your leadership. Yesterday, we talked about identity, and we talked about this idea that your identity is made up of your story and your standards. But today I want to talk to you about your time. And I want you to think a little bit different, a little bit out of the box when it comes to time, because what I want you to consider is that it's not just about time management, but it's about your perception of time. Robert Stuberg, one of my great mentors and was a good friend of mine, he really talked about viewing time differently. And when you can view time and your time differently, what's going to happen is you're going to learn to leverage, you're going to learn to expand, you're going to learn to find ways to become more productive with your time, but more importantly, get a better return on your time. So let's talk about in the framework and context of the book by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan, 10x is easier than 2x, because I really want you to adopt this philosophy that you're not stretching yourself enough. You're not growing enough, and it's possible. 10x life is truly that area that you feel might be impossible until you learn to shift your identity, your time, and your leadership values. So let's talk about time. And the important areas of time start with your attention. So you would think it would be your schedule. And I've many years in my career, I've thought it was my schedule. But at the end of the day, it truly is about your attention. You hear a lot of people, Gary Vee, a lot of people talk about attention right now. And attention is truly one of the most important things that you could focus on. So what is it that your attention or your focus is on? You know this. You know that what you focus on grows. Are you focused on scarcity? Are you focused on abundance? Are you focused on activities that will leverage your time the most and give you the most return? Or are you focused on things that are busy, that make you feel like you're productive or make you help other people, make you look better? What do you focus on? Because also remember, what you focus on, your attention, what you focus on, you become. Energy goes where your attention flows. So your attention and your focus is so important. And I could give you a lot of examples of this, but I want you to do the work and really dig in for a little bit and look at your calendar and ask yourself, are you focused on things that are designed to 10x your life or to 2x your life? Are you trying to do twice as much of what you've already been doing? Or are you focused on things that are innovative and outside your comfort zone that'll take you to the next level? What are you doing with your focus and your time? And I want you to also just, and this is not meant to give you a pass, but I want you to think about this statement that I've said before. A great quote, I don't even know who said it, but this idea that you are doing exactly what you can do for who you believe you are. And this goes back to your identity, like we talked about yesterday. As you start to grow your 10x identity, think about it for a minute. Down the road, in the future, your success, your relationships, your communication, your results are all 10x. What would that person be focusing their attention on today? Would it be unimportant things? Would it be stuff that people are putting on you and you want to manage expectations? Or would you be focused on your 10x self? So you're doing right now what you believe you can do, but as you shift your identity, like we talked about yesterday, you need to begin to do activities that you know that your future self would be working on and bring that into the present. So in addition to attention, we now need to focus on quality, the depth of your attention. So you notice again, this is not just about your schedule. So what is the depth of your attention? Because, the book had kind of talked about Alan Bernard and his constraint theory, but the idea is this: the true bottleneck, the main bottleneck in your life, the thing that's holding you back, the thing that you are struggling against, that keeps you from your 10x self, that keeps you from your 10x results, is your attention. The bottleneck in your life is your attention and where you place it. And your attention, the quality of your attention, not just what your attention is, but now the depth of what you're doing when you focus, is the key to your best self as well as the marketplace itself. Think about attention from a marketing standpoint. It's all about attention. Life is all about attention. So the quality is the way you identify the opportunities and abundance that you're working on, and the depth of what you put your attention on. See, so many people, especially entrepreneurs, are just shiny object, individuals. They're always going to things they think will take them to the next level, but they don't ever truly go deep. What they do is they dabble. Are you dabbling in ideas? Are you dabbling in opportunities? Or are you going deep into opportunities? So the depth and the quality of your attention is so important. And an example of that is this. The attention that you put is one thing, but as you begin to shift to your 10x self, you'll be less focused on the daily schedule and you'll be more focused on a weekly schedule. Individuals, for example, with their finances, are you trying to manage your budget daily, weekly, sometimes by the minute, or are you managing it on a monthly, annual, 5-year visionary type plan? So the depth and quality of what you're working on doesn't necessarily mean micromanaging. Sometimes it's at the macro level. The quality of your life is dependent on your macro version of what you're doing, but your attention and your quality and depth of your attention is important. And then the third component of time I wanted to reflect on just quickly here is your return. So you have your attention when we're talking about time, right? What are you focused on? What's your attention? What's the quality and depth of what you're putting your attention on? And then what's the return? Are you measuring your return? Because your return on attention is not just your time. See, we're talking about what type of results are you getting with your attention, not just your time, because that is something that's going to help you to truly get results. If you're not measuring the return on your time, if you're not concerned with kind of return you have, you're just putting in the work, you're doing twice as much, then you're not focused on how to get to the 10x level. You have to be looking at what type of return you get with your time. If you are the type of individual that's spending time on, $10, $20 an hour, $30 an hour tasks, and you want to be a $500 an hour individual, you've got to think about what kind of return you're getting on your time. And so take it from that standpoint of return. So that's really the focus I want you to start to begin to get aware of. What are you doing with your time? We talked about your identity, but your time is your greatest asset and your biggest bottleneck is attention. So with your time, where is your attention and focus going? What's the quality and depth of what you're doing? And what's the return you're getting on that time? That's the thing I want you to think about this week. Share this show, like and subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss any episodes. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about leadership And then we're going to go into one of the concepts, the 80-20 principle and Pareto, that really take you to the next level with your 10X mindset. So have an amazing day. Once again, this has been the Daily Mastermind. I'll talk with you soon.